Well, welcome back to sort of an unplanned video. That's why it's not going up on Thursday. But I did a video just recently about, everything is clutter. And it's gotten really, it's really gotten a lot of traction. It's heading up toward 40,000 views at this point. It's unbelievable. But there were a few comments that I have to say, although they kind of stung a little bit, they're right. And that is that I have too much clutter behind me when I make my videos. So let me just turn around and show you what I've got going on here. For those of you that may be new to the channel, this is sort of my setup. So I've got my Canon EOS R over there. I've got two lights that I use. I've got down here, let's see if I can control this. There we go. Down here I've got the chair and the little tabletop down where I sit. And basically, I'm looking sort of, like this. Not quite this wide, but this way. And you can see on this table back here, everything is just sort of right here. This is just inside the screen where you see me online. I have this picture back here, which I may eventually replace when I have taken one I like better. But it has to be portrait mode, vertical like that. And on this side of the wall, I tried this without the acoustic tiles, but the wall just looked bleh. So I put those back up. It gives it a little color difference. So the things that I'm really looking at are these things right here. So let me just sort of walk over here where we can see them a little better. These are all holdouts from when I was doing this in a different studio setup. And one of the things that I've had for a long time is my Think mug. Now, I picked this up shortly after COVID when, people were saying you can't learn anything online. It's all disinformation, blah, blah, blah. And so I just bought this cup because I thought it was, ironically humorous. But I think that it has served its purpose. And so I'm going to let it go, and I'm just going to set it right here in the chair for now. I have this stack of coasters, but the only reason I've kept this stack of coasters is to set this mug on to give it a little height behind some other things on the desk. So I'm going to let that go as well. Now, this little figurine right here, this is one of the French taunters from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And I'm not getting rid of this because I just absolutely love it, but maybe it doesn't need to be in the back of my videos anymore. So I'm going to set it over here out of the way. This Life Begins After Coffee, it may have served its purpose by now. It was kind of cute for a long time with my photography channel. So I think I'm going to put it over here as well. I set this up as a basic plug for my online store. It's a very subtle plug. This is a luggage tag for the new retired me. There is a link to my store in the description of all of my videos, but I don't have to have it sitting here. I can use this somewhere else. So I'm going to put this over here. Now, when it comes to the Shining Twins, the reason that I keep the Shining Twins, let me turn this around. The reason that I keep the Shining Twins is because for the longest time, I would take pictures on my phone and, I put one up here where I can show you. I'll take pictures on my phone and then I will edit it to put the Shining Twins in the photo. And I love to do that, especially when I go to a hotel. If you've seen the movie, you understand. So, again, they're really sort of a part of me. And so I'm going to keep them, and I think I'm going to keep them in the picture. So I'm going to leave these down here, but I'll lay them down for right now so I don't knock them over. Again, these are Life in Motion Diaries coasters. I have a set of 4, and it was just kind of sitting there to be sort of a thing for my store as well. Not getting rid of the picture of my daughters, obviously. And then this, I've got to think about whether I want to keep this in the frame or not. It makes no sense to anyone else, but the mug and the shaving kit belonged to my grandfather, and this watch belonged to my dad. And these are just little tidbits of things that I keep because they're really, really important to me. And maybe if they sat here in front of this picture, it might give the picture a little more depth, which means I have this area down here. I've got to find something else to put into, but not much. Now, the other thing that came up in a couple of comments was, let me turn this back around, was the plant. I mean, obviously it's fake. And it gets a little light on it. Let me turn this on here. If I can, where's my on switch? So I have this little yellow light here that kind of shines up on the wall. It goes with the picture, which is a little crooked, I notice. And so, I don't know yet whether I'm getting rid of that or not. I've never really liked it, but it sort of served a purpose for a little while. Now let me get this back over here where I kind of got better light here. I have a video that I'm working on the differences between minimalism and decluttering, because I am sort of a quasi-minimalist. I have certain areas of my home I have gone very minimalistic with, and other areas of my home not so much. And I'm really more into the decluttering side of things than the minimalism side of things. And so I could see where this little corner of my video was causing some angst when I talk about minimalism and decluttering. I get that. And, it was sort of when I first set up the studio with this new chair, it was like, well, let me try this. And then it just kind of lagged, and I didn't do anything with it. I didn't change anything. You know how those things go. And so now it's time for me to rethink this to sort of put things back into some perspective. Now, a couple of other quick things. So I've had this lamp over here for the longest time, and I tried to use that in my videos, and it just never worked. So that lamp is going away. I've set it over out of the way so it's not even in my shot anymore. And while this lamp is not in the picture, I have sort of an orange bulb in it. I'm going to try to use it to give just a little bit of an orange cast here for the video. Not sure if that's going to work or not. And I used to use these LED hue lights, and I'm not using those anymore, so those are going to go away as well. So I am decluttering a few things out of my studio. It's sort of been, like I don't think about it until I come in here. And then I'm in here, all I'm thinking about is making a video, and so it was time to make some changes. So thank you to everyone who commented on my video on Everything is Clutter, talking about the clutter. Because while many people have commented that my video sparked them to go declutter, your comments have sparked me to go declutter as well. Life's all about give and take. So anyway, we'll see you in the next scheduled video next Thursday.